I'm Yoko, and we're back with more human Pokemon designs. If you're new here, I have 5 other videos just like this that are in a playlist on my channel, and with that said, let's just hop into it. First up is Scolipede, who is randomized to be a girl. If you're new here, I randomized the gender of my designs based on the gender ratio of the actual Pokemon. So for her design, I gave her a bow/ribbon headband thingy and at the end of her hair to represent Scolipede's little horn thingies. And I segmented her hair in a kind of weird way, but I've seen it done in other designs, to look more like Scolipede's body. I also gave her a spiky choker so I could represent Scolipede's tiny pointy legs that they have. And I also gave her a mostly see-through sleeveless undershirt thingy. I have no idea what that is, but I thought it looked cool. That also connects to her choker. I don't exactly know how to explain her clothes, but I will try. Overall, I wanted them to be kind of bulbous, round, since Scolipede has such round segments. So I made her sleeves poofy and gave her a sort of hip wrap thingy, and I made her gloves and shoes patterned like the bigger legs that are on like the back end of Scolipede. And I don't know if this has popped up in the video yet, but this design is shiny. If you missed the previous ones, every 10th Pokemon species I draw, I'll be making a shiny form, because shinies are cool, and I wanna mess around with more shinies. And Scolipede is the 30th species, so, they get to be shiny. I'm very happy that Scolipede was randomized to be the shiny, because Scolipede is one of my favorite shinies, because I love the color combo of a bright red and like a cyan. It's just so pretty. And it looks so nice, and I like that I added cyan nails also to represent the pointy little legs. But yeah, very happy with this result. But yeah, here's Scolipede. I really love her, and I like how she turned out, and I hope you like her too. At the end of the video, I'd love if you commented your favorite design from this video. Next up is Skelp, who was also randomized to be a girl, and I'm gonna be honest, she was a bit of a struggle. I knew the vibe I was going for, being edgy preteen/teen girl, but it took some playing around with on paper. I ended up giving her a hoodie with a bottom fanning out to represent Skelp's tail end of their body, whatever that's called. And I also had her hair peeking out to look like the light blue fins on Skelp. I tried to add accents like that here and there, like I have her pockets inside out, which I thought would be an interesting design, because no one wears that in reality, but some character designs have that. And I made, theoretically it's supposed to be like a zipper, but that jacket does not look like it can actually zip. Oh well. But I made that weird design jacket have a little zipper part that would be also like a light blue. And the jacket is also slightly open to reveal a striped purple shirt underneath. Also, I recorded this a while ago, so I could be wrong because I haven't looked at the footage, but I think I struggled making her eyes look good and had to mess with it a bunch. But again, I could be wrong, it's been a while. Overall, I think the main struggle of her was the color palette being primarily brown and then like an interesting purple. I don't really like the color scheme on Skelp. I don't know, not my thing. I tried to make it look good, and I had to darken parts, like I had to make her pants a slightly darker brown to distinguish it better. But yeah, there's not too much to say here, so here's Skelp. Hope you like her. I think she looks cute in the end. Next up is Celestes, when she was also randomized to be a girl. And Celestes is very, very simple. It's pretty much just a cell, just round, normal cell. So I decided to draw a really, really young girl, like toddler, baby, whatever, and made her very simple. Just like a dress shirt thingy and a light green hoodie, shawl. I don't know what fashion is, so if you know what this thing is called, let me know in the comments. But I made it a green transparent thing, which was a tiny struggle to figure out, and it looks a little weird before I actually get to the finished product, so hopefully it doesn't look that bad. It took me a while to figure it out, but I think I got what I was trying for. And I had it connected to a red diamond piece in the center on her chest to represent Celestes' mouth. since I put a pacifier in her actual mouth that looks like the little yellow part on Celestes. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, Celestes is very simple. But yeah, here she is. What do you think? With the background added, it kind of gives me Powerpuff vibes at the end of episodes with the hearts. Is it just me? Next up is Spiritomb, which I usually tend to think is a genderless mythical Pokemon or something, but no, it's a normal Pokemon and they have gender ratios, and the randomizer decided I'd draw a boy. Which, side note, Spiritomb is a Pokemon that is said to be made from 108 spirits trapped in the odd keystone. So now my question is, why do they have a gender ratio? Are all the spirits male on this particular Spiritomb? Have they done this more than once that there's a gender ratio for other Spiritombs? How many times have they done this? Is this a system situation and it's just the host presenting as male right now? Spiritomb having a gender ratio is giving me so many questions, but let's actually talk about the design. I give myself a little more liberty with some ghost types when it comes to making them completely human looking. So I made his hands and toes pointier and gave him a very creepy expression. I also gave light green, the part of the eye that's normally white, I made that light green with a darker green, normal part of the eye. I need to figure out what these are called so I can explain better. And I also made one eye having Spiritomb's signature swirl. And I gave him a mane of light purple hair that I tried making look kind of wild and put little green flakes in it. I also gave him a green necklace of orbs that are in the actual Spiritomb design, but I wanted to do more than just the sprinkles in the hair, so I put it around his neck, and I think it looks cool. The rest of his clothes are pretty simple, tight sleeveless shirt and shorts, but I also added chains around his legs that are connected to presumably the odd keystone, but I didn't actually look up what that looks like as an item, so I just kind of looked at the stone on Spiritomb's design, so maybe this looks like the odd keystone, and maybe this just looks like a rock, who knows. I also played with the skin tone being more purple, but made it more of a warm gray in the end. But yeah, here's Spiritomb. I really like him, so I hope you guys do too. I think he looks really cool. It's a fun design, and he kind of gives me Demon Slayer vibes, but I haven't actually caught up with Demon Slayer. I'm still in season 1, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. There's something about it. And next up is Sunflora, who is also ruled to be a guy. And we go from a cool design to a sunflower. Okay, Sunflora is cute. I'll admit that part. I like looking at Sunflora as a Pokemon. But there's not much to work with, and I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I drew. He's in this weird one piece with a darker green belt and tights, and I gave him these weird shoes, and I made his sleeves like leaves, and I'm gonna be honest, not my best work, and he looks pretty weird. Face-wise, I just gave him a similar face to Sunflora and yellow spiky hair like petals. He's so green, but what can you do? They can't all be winners. Maybe some of you will like it more than I do. But yeah, here's Sunflora. Adding the background was even greener since I just used the colors of their type and he's just grass, so oh well. Last up in this video is Sylveon, our first evolution in the series. Sylveon was rolled to be a boy, and since all the evolutions have a mostly male gender ratio, I'm curious if any future evolutions will actually get a female role. And same with the starter Pokemon. But design time, I gave him white pants and a long sleeve undershirt with a very pale pink vest coat thingy that's on him. Like, it's like a vest, but it has a tailcoat in the end. And I also gave him darker pink gloves and shoes. Hair-wise, I shaped it like Sylveon's color pattern that they have on their head. And I wanted to make it resemble... I can talk, I swear. I wanted to make his hair resemble... I'm so good at talking. Resemble Sylveon's tail, so I gave him a ponytail. I also gave him a tiny hat that has a bow. Don't ask how it stays on, it's magic. And I also put another bow as a bow tie with ribbons coming off it, colored like the actual Sylveon's ribbons. And Sylveon's color scheme is white, pink, and blue, so I had to add some variations here and there to make sure things were distinct from each other. Like, I had to make the vest a slightly pinker, even though it would make more sense for that entire area to just be white. Trying to make the designs interesting. And you might have noticed it by now if it popped up already, but I gave him a belt that is the trans flag, since I know some people in the trans community really like Sylveon, since both normal and shiny have essentially the trans flag as a color scheme. So I wanted to add that. But yeah, here's Sylveon. Hope you guys like him. Which design was your favorite in this video? These are always fun to do, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, maybe tell a friend. And if you like my art, you can follow my Instagram, which is linked below. And I have commissions open too if you want to support me that way. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.